I get calls from guys all over the country about parking lot striping, and since I've started, I've developed some close friendships with people that are in the industry. But unfortunately, something that I see all too often is guys getting discouraged, not believing that success is possible, and quitting the industry altogether. Really, I could go on and on about the things that I hear and reasons why people quit. A lot of times, people see the success stories on YouTube about striping and invest money into the equipment to complete the job. But after they get the equipment, they end up quitting a year or two down the road. And why is that? Why do people quit? Is it because the market is oversaturated? Is it because companies just enjoy having horrible looking parking lots? Or is there a deeper, more problematic reason why you or someone else you know is not having success? Well, in today's video, I'm talking about the 3 reasons why people quit parking lot striping. And if you do what I tell you in this video, you will experience the same success that you see other people getting. But if you're looking to learn more about parking lot striping but aren't sure about what paint to use, the equipment you need, or how much to charge for parking lot striping jobs, check out How to Stripe. It will be the first link in the comment section and description. First of all, I want to say this, that people quit because they don't have a realistic expectation of what building a business actually looks like. They come across YouTube videos, they see people talking about how much money they're making for these jobs, and they believe that they can go out and do that too. And yes, you can go out there and do that too. Don't forget about the time it took that individual that you're watching to build that customer base, to build that brand, to labor to get to that point. You have to have a realistic expectation. And to build and scale a business will take time. Think about it like this. You take a road trip. You're leaving from one destination to another. Well, you type that destination in your GPS, and the GPS tells you it's going to take 6 hours for you to get from your present location to your desired destination. We don't look at that GPS and go, I think that I can cut 5 hours and 30 minutes off of that 6-hour time limit. We don't do that because that would be an unrealistic expectation. And people quit because they don't have a realistic expectation of what building a business actually looks like. Secondly, people quit because they don't possess enough patience to endure the process of effective brand building. I want to say this in the very beginning, that you will not be successful if you try to bypass the process of brand building. Think about it like this. When you go out on the road and you see a certain company, when they wrap their trucks or their trailers, are they wrapping that truck or trailer because the act of wrapping it is going to give them money? Well, of course not. They're wrapping it with their brand. They're doing it to showcase their brand because that brand is associated with that service, and that brand is what people trust. You have to understand that people want to spend their money with people that they trust. And if you build a brand and people learn to trust that brand that you build, they will associate you with that brand. And you're not going to be successful if you try to bypass the process of effective brand building. It's just not going to happen. Thirdly, I want to say people quit because failure for them was an option instead of it being a non-negotiable. When I first started this business, quitting or failure for me was not an option. There wasn't a choice to fail. And when you give your mind an opportunity for the potential thought of failure in the future, you are allowing yourself the possibility of that happening. Now, I'm not saying that we should be irresponsible and not think about what should happen if we don't get customers, or what should happen if I have a slow season, or what should happen if fill in the blank. I'm not saying that we shouldn't think about those things. But when you start a business and you say within your mind, okay, well, if this doesn't work, I've got this to fall back on. You're giving yourself an option for failure. And failure for me was not an option. And people quit because failure is an option. Because they think, well, if just this doesn't work, I'll just fall back on my job, or I'll just fall back on my savings, or I'll just fall back on fill in the blank. And if failure for you is an option instead of a non-negotiable, you're going to quit. Because at the end of the day, failure is an option. But when you go into your business model and you tell yourself internally in your heart that failure for me is not an option, I refuse to fail, it makes it then a non-negotiable. And people quit because failure for them was an option instead of it being a non-negotiable. Anyways, if you made it this far in the video, comment down below, I will not quit. And don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And we will see you in the next video.